Hey everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. And this is the 39th episode of my thrift store haul series. And today we are going VHS heavy once again. I have a stack of 10 here. Some horror, some family, kind of runs the gamut today. So let's not waste any time at all. Let's dive right into my thrift store haul, episode 39. We'll start off with the family-oriented ones and work our way down to the horror ones. So first up is actually a Three Stooges VHS. This is False Alarms, Three Pests in a Mess, and Flatfoot Stooges. So from 1936, 1945, and 1938 respectively, as you can see on the back there. So three different Three Stooges shorts. I don't know how long these are. I just don't remember. 48 minutes is total runtime here, so only about 15 minutes each on these, which isn't bad at all. So yeah, this is just kind of a little interesting one to pick up. I actually found a really cool Three Stooges box set at Disc Replay the other day. You'll see that in some future haul video, but yeah, this was just a cool one. So we have False Alarm, Three Pests in a Mess, and Flatfoot Stooges from the Three Stooges. I should mention, I think almost all of these were from my local thrift store, which means I spent about 50 cents each on these. So really cheap prices, which is why I grabbed most of these. But this next one here is very nostalgic to me because I watched this over and over again as a kid on VHS. We have the Flintstones. I love this movie. This is just such a classic from my childhood. And so happy I was able to find the VHS of this one. Like I said, this is how I watched this movie over and over again when I was a kid. So this is just a cool one. I will definitely revisit this on the VHS format. I think I have this one on DVD, but nothing better than that. So pretty cool to have it on VHS. This is the Flintstones. One thing I've meant to look up since I found this one is how many of this series are actually available on VHS, because I think it would be really cool to have all that are available on VHS on the format. This is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. So this is probably one that you see quite often, I would imagine, in thrift stores. I frankly don't see it all that much, but I love this movie. We are, big Harry Potter fans in this house. Oh, look at that, King Video. Wow. I probably have told this story before, but I worked at the Family Video down the street from King Video. So I like to say that I put them out of business because they ended up going out of business while I was managing the Family Video out there. I didn't, but it's something I always joked about. But anyway, this is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. So happy to have this on VHS. If you know what other ones are available on the format, let me know down below. I'd love to have all of them that were available. Another one that I watched over and over again on tape, we have Home Alone. So just an all-time classic, one of the greats when it comes to, family holiday movies. One of my all-time favorites, kind of overall, I would say. There's just nothing really bad about this movie. So this will be really fun to revisit. One I cannot wait to show my kids. I'm sure my daughter's going to get a kick out of this one. We have Home Alone. Moving away from the family movies, this one is definitely not that, but it's a comedy. The sequel to Porky's, we have Porky's 2: The Next Day. So I have never seen this. I've actually never even seen the original Porky's yet. I think I have that. I may actually have that one on VHS now that I think about it. I may have found that at the thrift store, but man, this is actually an interesting tape. So first off, it is textured, which I don't think I've seen in the past. That's really cool. And it's heavier. It's like I think like vinyl. It's like 180 gram vinyl. That's not what this is at all, but that's what it makes me think of. It's just a little bit heavier than what I'm used to seeing. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, I don't know anything about this one, if it's any good or not. I can't imagine it's quite as good as the original, but couldn't pass this up. We have Porky's 2: The Next Day. This is a cool find, a post-apocalyptic film. Kevin Costner in The Postman. I've been meaning to do an I Watch 3 vlog with Postman and Waterworld and then one more from Costner, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. But I just love that this takes place in 2013. It says on the front here, it's 2013, war has crippled the earth, technology has been erased, our only hope is an unlikely hero. Of course, it's going to be the mailman. Why wouldn't it be? But yeah, really cool. The only bad thing about this, which I don't even know if I noticed when I bought it, it's taped up on the front there because it's ripped. But either way, tape looks totally fine, so should be a fun one to watch. This is The Postman. I think everything else in this video you could qualify as horror or sci-fi or maybe a mix of the two, maybe even fantasy horror like this one here. This is Snow White, A Tale of Terror. I've been meaning to see this movie for the longest time. I actually have this one on, I think on DVD if I'm not mistaken, with Sigourney Weaver and Sam Neill, and I've always wanted to see it, but I just haven't sat down to watch it. So yeah, really excited to check this one out, and just a cool find on VHS. So Snow White, A Tale of Terror. So on this next one, I went back and forth with myself in the store, and I remember this was a couple months ago now, but I didn't know if I should grab it or not because it is just beat up, but such a cool movie to find on VHS, like not one I would ever find elsewhere. So I decided to grab it. Godzilla's Revenge. This is such a cool find, but you can see, like, look how bad this is. I think I actually stuffed that back in there. It was out when I found it, but totally ripped off at the bottom there. The other side is just mangled. It is completely wrecked on the outside, but most importantly, the tape looks fine, not broken, so no mold, which is obviously important. So yeah, we'll see. I think this one will play fine. I would love to upgrade this down the line, but you're not going to find this for 50 cents, regardless of the condition. So had to grab it. Really cool one. I do own all of the Godzilla films on at least Blu-ray, either Blu-ray or 4K. Godzilla -1, that 4K is arriving later this month. So yeah, I'll own all of them again. But yeah, this is just a cool find. Like, I couldn't pass it up, even though it is just torn to shreds. This is Godzilla's Revenge. We'll keep moving on here, but I just had to point this out. I didn't even notice this. This has Godzilla's stamp of approval. That's fantastic. Another reason. How do you pass something like that up? But anyway, this next one here, I love this movie. I do own the Blu-ray on it. I finally purchased the Blu-ray not that long ago, but this is one that my wife really loves also. It's a hilarious film. This is The Burbs. This would be more of a horror comedy, I guess, but still just a great film. Tom Hanks is the lead in this one. Corey Feldman's in there as well. Just a classic. It is so funny. Tom Hanks is trying to figure out if his neighbors are these like creepy murderers, basically, but everything they do is just over the top and ridiculous. Such a great movie. This one, not in great shape either, but again, tape looks good, so cannot wait to check this one out again on the format. This is The Burbs. So the last one today is a franchise that I love. I was so happy to find this one. And there are, movies from the 90s that if you look back and what horror films really made me a fan for life, I would say Scream from 96, I Know What You Did Last Summer from 97, and then of course its sequel, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer from 1998. Jennifer Love Hewitt was my first crush. Brandy is excellent in this, and I'll mention there's a scene in here with JLH that I would never forget, especially as a 12-year-old when I went to go see this in theaters. Love this movie so much. My wife is actually watching Ghost Whisperer right now, which I think that started in 2005, and Jennifer Love Hewitt is the lead in that one. She's just an amazing actress. She's beautiful. Like I said, my first crush from when I was a kid, and will just kind of always be that way. She's amazing. So I love this franchise. Though this is an ex-rental, you can see the Blockbuster sticker on the back. The barcode is scratched out, and it has the $9.99 previewed price on it. The Be Kind Rewind sticker on the inside and everything. I don't care. I needed this one in my collection. I would love to find I Know What You Did Last Summer now as well. But yeah, just one of my favorites. I really like this one. So last but not least today, we were going to wrap it up with another horror film, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. All right, running the gamut here today, but the ones that I'm most interested in are these horror movies at the top there. I just love finding those, but let me know down in the comments below, have you been finding any cool VHS tapes at your local thrift stores, or what have you been finding at your thrift stores? Anything good? Let me know down in the comments. I appreciate any and all support down there, so thank you so much for that. I do have a ton more to share with you guys. At this point, these are some items that I bought months and months ago now, but I'm slowly making my way through. I just looked, and it's been over a month now since I did my last thrift store haul, so I figured today was the day. But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are on this and anything else down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for checking this one out, making it all the way to the end here. I really do appreciate that. And before I let you go, I'll just encourage you all to consume some media today. Thanks again for watching, and I will catch you all next time.